Okay, guys, so this last weekend I went to a speech meet and it was terrifying. I mean, it wasn't my first speech meet, but the last time I went to one was a heck of a lot different than this time. See, last time all I had to do was stand up and give a 8-minute speech and then wait for my results later. But this time I was competing in this thing called SPAR. It stands for spontaneous argumentation, and basically you get some time to prep and then you have to stand up and you have an opponent and you defend your side of an argument and try to tear down their points and stuff. You know, it's just like this vicious fighting stuff, right? And I get to this speech meet, right? Go to my first round and I'm up against this kid who had never sparred before, and I mean, I'd never competed in spar before, so he thought that I would be like an easy opponent or something, but, I kinda trashed him. He admitted it at the end that I had totally just kicked his can and stuff, cause I had been trained to pick out all of my opponent's flaws and stuff. So I was really, really savage in this, and he was just kind of he didn't really seem too interested in even being there. And he was scared of me, and everybody in my round was really scared of me, actually, because they were like, whoa, wait, she's never done this before, but she's that good. Fear her. Fear her. And I'm just I'm a marshmallow, really, but I just know how to spar, you know? And so I get to my next round, though, and I go up against this girl who is literally, the human embodiment of a bunny or something. She was just the least intimidating person I had ever seen, right? So I go up against her, right? And we get done with our prepping, right? And she stands up to do her opening argument. And I realized that she'd written for the wrong side. She wrote defending my side of the argument. And I felt so bad for this girl because there's not much you can do once you've done that. If you write for the wrong side, you just have to sit through the rest of the argument trying really, really hard to just pull everything out of thin air. And I was like, ooh, this is gonna be really interesting. So I stand up and I start giving my opening speech, and you could see in her eyes she was like, I have made a mistake. And then we get into the questioning period in our argument, right? And we were laughing. We were both just giggling, just laughing because it was so funny to just watch her try and pull everything out of nowhere. It was so fun. And at the end, we stood up after the thing. I shook her hand, and I was like, I'm sorry, because I know what it's like to do that. I've done that before, and she did it in competition. I feel so bad for that girl. She had the first opening speech, had no idea she was doing it wrong. Bless her soul. Oh, so that round was really fun. And then I got to my third round, right? I walk into this round and everybody had pre-decided who they were going against, and they just left this one kid that was double-entered, so he had to come in late to go against me. So he comes in at the end after everybody else had already went. And I'm there and we have to spar each other, right? And this was really good, okay? This kid talked so fast. He had an accent that I couldn't understand, and everybody he'd went up against, he just confused them to a point that they just asked to end the examination, cross-examination, way early because they were just done dealing with this kid. So we start sparring, right? And our topic was beauty pageants do more good than harm. And I'm on the negation side, meaning that I was saying that beauty pageants do more harm than good instead of good than harm, right? And so I'm writing my argument out, and I get up, and I knew this kid was just gonna take whatever I said and just push me off the cliff and try to invalidate every word I said, right? So I had to be really quick with this and just do it right? Okay, and so I start talking in my opening speech, and I kinda lied. Like, I lied really hardcore. I told everybody, and they believed me, everybody in the round believed me, because they didn't know who I was. I told everybody that I was forced into pageants as a child, because by saying that, it really solidified like every argument I made, and it made it to where this kid could not just take everything I said and completely invalidate it, because I'd been there and I'd seen it as far as they knew. So all of my arguments were there, because I knew that this kid didn't use logic. He just used confusion as his tactic, and so he couldn't do much. And I asked him a question at one point in the argument, and he just cut me off halfway through, and I just stopped him. I was like, "Excuse me, but I'm asking you a question right now, okay? Listen." And I think I asked him, like, "Do you really think that girls should think they should change themselves from a young age?" Something like that. And he just went silent. Like, that was one of those places where he didn't know how to respond, right? And so he just went quiet. I was like, "Yeah, I didn't think so." And I'm like, "Since you cut me off the last time I asked a question, I'm gonna ask it again." And right there, he just shut up. He just, nope, no more. He was just done talking, done with everything. He was like, "Do you have any more questions?" I'm like, "Yeah, I do." And I just kept going, and he didn't do anything else during it. And at the end, I just closed, and every single person in the room just like, you should have heard the applause. It was so good. Everybody was just clapping so hard for me. They were like, "You know what? That girl just trashed that kid that had been annoying the crap out of us for the entirety of this day, this speech meet, okay? Bravo, girl, okay? Yeah." And that was how my speech meet went, right? It was really fun. Made some friends, trashed some kids, and I'm pretty sure that last kid ran out of the room crying. Uh, and I hope that doesn't say too much about who I am as a person. So, this video is really just a rant, and, I've been talking for a really long time. So, with that, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.